viewer, good morning, and thanks for joining us on the show this morning. The program is Issues of the Moment on MBS TV. This is the first edition of the program, actually, for the year 2022, and it's my pleasure to welcome you once again on board. My name is Gospel Ede, your regular host on the program, and today we are going to be discussing a lot of issues that has to do with development, infrastructural provision, as far as Nasarawa State government is concerned. I have in the studio some very, very vibrant, active young men who will be telling us what they know about what is happening around Nasarawa State. And so it's my privilege to introduce to you a politician, a community leader, a youth activist, talking about Honorable Solomon Pefkia Tabolo. He is the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Nasarawa State. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you, my brother.
It's okay. And also in the show, I have a community leader, a youth activist, and a politician. And he is in the studio talking about Honorable Alex Enokboku. He's also the President Agatu Youth Association. You're welcome to the program.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
And last but not the least, my own brother and friend, a colleague, a politician, and also a youth activist, talking about Comrade Honorable Ibrahim Abdullahi Atama, the former PA to the Governor of Nasarawa State.
Pleasure having me here this morning.
He was actually PA on youth matters to former Governor Umaru Tanko Almakura. So with these gentlemen in the studio, I think we are set to start the show in earnest. Like I said, my name is Gospel Ede, and once again, you are sincerely welcome. To begin with, Governor Abdullahi Sule has embarked on several infrastructural projects since coming on board, and it is meant to improve the quality of lives of the people of Nasarawa State. And so, these are some of the, and you know, when you look at across Nasarawa State, a lot of projects going on, Nasarawa South, North, West, local governments, development areas. At least there is something to touch the life of the people, and which the governor takes it very passionate and is working hard to see that everybody feel the pinch of government. And so I'll start with the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor, Honorable Solomon Pefkia. What is your assessment of some of the infrastructural projects being embarked upon by Governor Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa State?
Yes, thank you very much, Gospower, for this privilege to relate with the people of Nasarawa State on the issues that borders the development and welfare of the people of Nasarawa State, particularly the infrastructural development. I think one great thing I must commend His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Nasarawa State, and an engineer, and not an engineer, an international engineer, is the fact that most government, when they come into power, they are in a hurry to abandon their predecessors' projects.
Okay.
And that is where the link of democracy has been suffering a lot in Nigeria.
Okay.
When you come to power and you have the podium, no need of saying, I want to start afresh. I want to start from the scratch. I want to discontinue from what my predecessor has done.
Okay.
That is what the governor has done that is very remarkable.
Okay.
In terms of the infrastructure, let me start with the recent mind-blowing revolution of the electrification of Nasarawa State. That is the 33 kV electricity in Akuba.
Okay.
I think that is one thing that Nasarawa State has been battling with from the time of creation. Nobody wants to stay in Lafia. Nobody wants to stay in the other part of Nasarawa State. And particularly even when you're in Lafia, you want to go around Shabu. You want to go around the Poli. Poli has been so jam-packed to the level that people don't want to stay there, stay in the other part of Lafia, giving a lot of hardship to people that want to stay. The rent has increased so dramatically at the other part of Lafia. So when engineer came, he said, no, he cannot just sit down and as an engineer, what will you do to engineer the state without having electricity? He kept emphasizing, and he put a lot. When you talk of a lot of money into that project. And today, the other day we were in government house and they were saying for the past 10 years, that for the first time, generator was off. And people in Nasarawa State, particularly Lafia Metropolis, some of them are even offering their electronics because the light has become so much. And it's strange. I think this is one of the major revolution that businesses in Nasarawa State will have a new dimension completely. So that is one of the major mind-blowing revolution the government have embarked on. The electricity power plant in Akuruba. That is one of the major mind-blowing first achievement of this government. And then the second one, which is the road. You know, roads are the major thing that make an ordinary man to
someone say the major arteries.
Yes, of an ordinary man.
Yeah.
Like the Shinge. You know, the Shinge road linking the cattle market. Particularly if you notice, that is one of the major areas where revenue is coming out. The cattle market and the rest of it. So the Shinge road has been one of the places that the last government battled so hard to see that road has been open for business. And when Sule came, he said, no, let me see how those business areas, those lumbus, can have the touch of the government. And he hit the ball running. And today, when you go to those areas, you think that you are in London. So I believe that the Shinge road, which I know I'll be touching small. I have a lot on my list here that I think I won't be able to exhaust so that I won't give my partners a big headache. And again, the Lafia International Airport. The Lafia International Airport is one major unrealistic project by other people. They feel it's not possible. Some people think it's a dream that can never come to reality. But when the governor came, being an engineer, there are some major issues that need to be done for the airport to have an international status. So he went into he sink a lot of money, and those are projects that you cannot see them having just quick impact. People cannot just see it quick. But this is one thing that many governors, even within the North Central, wanted to do. I think our neighboring governors wanted to do such projects. They keep promising, they keep giving sites, they keep collecting land from people to put those projects, and the project only end on papers. So to have such a focused governor who believe that Lafia should have an international airport standard, that each time a businessman is coming down, they will fly into Lafia. And with the target of Dangote Sugar Refinery in Tunga, you know that we need an airport. We need an airport because the lines of Dangote cannot be coming by road. Let's say 20 hours. If they are not trained, they are not wired in that direction. So we need such infrastructure to give National State a befitting international status than any businessman around the world. If, for example, if Mark Zuckerberg want to come to National State or Bill Gates, they won't come on road. So I think completing that airport that is even attracting the federal government attention was one of the major challenge that the government was. So that people will start saying, oh, we started this project, we said it's going to end like this. They said no. The government focused on it, and now the airport has the status that anybody can come and utilize it.
Thank you so much, Honorable Senior Special Assistant to the Governor, for this very wonderful preamble to our discussion. You have indeed set the basis for which you will write on this conversation. It is in that regard that I would like to bring on board now former personal assistant to the Governor. You know, having been in the system, you know, you have seen it all. You know, the government of Engineer A.A. Sule, you know, took over from that of your former principal, and like he said, he's doing so much amazing things in putting things right, in the right perspective. So, in your own assessment, how will you look at what is happening currently under the administration of A.A. Sule, infrastructurally wise?
Thank you very much, Gospel Aide. Let me first of all appreciate this great opportunity given to us and my fellow colleagues here. You see, to start with, this government is not just a government, but a government of consolidation. It's a government that came on board with a well-written agenda to consolidate on the gains and the pains of the previous administration under the able leadership of former Governor Umaru Tanko Almakura, now distinguished Senator of the Federal Republic, and inshallah, Jesus, the incoming national APC chairman. You see, Engineer Abdullahi Sule has been a man of his word. He has proven beyond every available doubt that he is indeed a man to be trusted. Okay. He is a worthy ambassador. Because since assumption of office, he has never, for whatever reason, digress or denigrate from the promise. It is to say it's a promise well kept. Okay. To start with, what he started was to ensure that all projects that were initiated by his former boss, that is the former governor,
his predecessor,
were completed.
Okay.
And policies and programs are not just only formulated, but are implemented. They are not only implemented, but are followed to the letter. You know, the problem we have about governance and leadership generally is just about too much of policy formulation without implementation. So whenever you have a government in place that knows her onions, that can formulate policies, that can implement policies, and can follow up these policies to ensure that there is adequate result, then you are proud to beat your chest and say you have a government in place. Yeah. Now, the government of today is a government that knows the pulse of the people. It's the government that knows where the jugular lies. It's a government that is not a government of just rhetorics. It's a government that rhetorically works and practicalizes it in every sense of the word practice. You know, so to start, my elder brother here mentioned a lot of projects initiated and completed by the present government. They are through, these are things that you can see. One of which he mentioned was the electricity here, you know, and you just not just project that has direct impact on the lives of the people. From the inception of creation of this state, the number one challenges we've been facing, first is infrastructure, second is electricity. Electricity has been lingering for only God knows when. And finally, the people of Lafia, the people of Nasarawa State, every nook and corners can now proudly say we have electricity. Electricity that is very impactful. It is not electricity that comes with a very low voltage that you say it's useless. It is electricity that neighboring state are clamoring to have. To execute such project, they are left behind. So we can proudly say we have a government, we can proudly say we have a governor that has the love of these people at heart. The major thing about governance is value addition. And as a government, once you cannot add value to your words, automatically you cannot be referred to as a government. What makes you stand out is your ability to deliver on mandate, it's your ability to fulfill promises, it's your ability to execute programs and policies, it's your ability to ensure that security-wise nobody is scared of living in the state. So with this, if you provide good infrastructure, if you provide a quality healthcare system, service delivery, if you provide educational system, if you provide road infrastructure, if you provide electricity, then you are good to go. And whatever it is, we as a people can only but say it, let there be more life for us to see more things to come. So our own is but a prayer that the government should succeed, but the government cannot succeed if we do not come together to say let the government succeed. Government and the people are work in progress. They are partner in progress. So when the people say we are proud to have a government, it is because the government belongs to them. Like the concept of sovereignty. Sovereignty says power belongs to the people. So sovereignty equally says government is government of the people, and government cannot be government of the people until the government is doing what is it's okay with the people, that the people can say we are at peace with this project. Now His Excellency felt it's not just about the project that he can execute to say this is my project. He wants the people to own his own project, and that is why the people must first of all own the government. And once you own the government, you should be able to protect, promote, and defend the government wherever you find yourself as a good citizen. So to us as Nasarawa State, we must say, together all of us, inshallah, will exceed all expectations with our collective support.
Thank you so much, Honorable Comrade Ibrahim Atama, for you adding your own voice to the conversation in this manner. Okay, now I would like to, get back to Honorable Alex Enopoku. You know, he's a youth leader, a honorable and community leader as well. Recently, the government of Engineer Abdullahi Sule, you know, did a very remarkable project in certain communities in Doma local government. Understand? You know, I would like to say that he has delivered what people consider as the best ever New Year gift to the people of that axis, and that is talking about the flag off for the construction of Idadu Agbashi Road, which took place on the 31st of December, and that has brought a lot of smiles in the faces of the people. So let me hear from those of you that are inhabitants of this area. What does the project mean to the people of Eke development area and by extension Doma local government?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gospower. Actually, the question you asked is timely. There's this adage in outsiders that dog says he will know if there is a feast in a house when he sees bones on the ground. Actually, I've been hearing, listening to radio, watching television, what the present governor is doing in times of development. Sometimes if I'm watching the televisions, I will not give my attention to it because it has not affected my area. But the day I heard that they are going to flag up a road between Idadu and Agbashi, I think that day was a best day for me because I was happy, and there was call, if you open platforms that concerns Doma, different platforms, to see people making comments, people were happy because they look at it that if that road is linked or if that road is constructed, it will reduce a lot of things, security-wise. It will ease the transportations of people, transportation of farm goods, because that place has become a den of robbers, a den of kidnappers. A lot of things are happening on that road, and people have been crying, which day will this road be constructed? And God used the present governor, Engineer Sule, to put smile in the face of Eke or Doma people, because that if that road is constructed, it also enable, it will link us between Doma and Benue, because people will cross from that place and they will pass through that place to Doma. So many goods, because Doma, if you look at Doma just like a basket food basket of Nasarawa State. And the challenge they are having is road, because apart from Idadu Agbashi Road, the governor also mentioned that the road linking Doma to Rukubi, from Rukubi to Benue border, will also be maintained. And I think if that is done, I think we will not even think of going to Dubai or go to any other places. We're enjoying everything there because that road has linked us together, and it will make the life better for us. And to add to it, that road will also help security challenge. And the governor also made mention of issue of security. I want to applaud the governor because of the role he played in terms of security. Since he came on board, anytime he heard there's a little fire somewhere, he will immediately send security men, or he will call for a meeting and see that he quenched that fire. And I think he's doing well in that aspect, and that is the only thing government can do for people. That one can go to farm, one can do other business, but for you to have peace, if government provides security, one can go to his farm, one can sleep with eyes closed, one can go out for his business, because government cannot provide everything for us, but they owe masses a security protection. And so I want to still praise governor again because of what he has done to people of Eke, and it make the New Year celebration be excited by all people. And if you look at even at that ground, the people actually demonstrated that they are happy for His Excellency because of what he has actualized in the life of the area, of people of the area.
Thank you so much.
Bless God for that.
Thank you so much, Honorable Alex. Let me get back to Atama before I come back to your elder brother. you know, I actually witnessed the ceremony myself. And from the faces of the people, you could see palpable excitement. Understand? You know, people, so much joy, like he said. And I think that gesture means a lot to the people. But is that project the only expectation of the people of Eke Development Area to the governor?
Let me say no.
Okay.
But then before I say no, let me applaud most sincerely.
Okay.
Let me appreciate most sincerely.
Okay.
Let me appreciate most dearly our dear governor, the people's governor, the engineer of modern Nasarawa State.
Okay.
For that well-conceived, that well-thought, that thought-provoking project that he went to flag up.
Okay.
You see, when I said His Excellency knows the people's force, when I say His Excellency knows the people's jugular, I meant it from every bit of the words. If you see clearly, let me walk you down memory lane. From time immemorial, there had never been such a large turnout of personality, of people in a given community to celebrate just a flag off of any project than it was witnessed in Eke. Quote me wrong anywhere. Feel free. The only time you are going to see people of that magnitude turn out in their large numbers is when there is going to be a political rally of political parties. But for a project that is beneficial to the people for 42 good years, even before I was born, that was when that road was graded.
Imagine.
So you can see what the people felt.
Yeah.
You know what the people passed through. 42 years of just grading, and it was left like that. It has become the den for criminals. A lot of criminalities are ongoing. A lot of bad things are happening in that road. Now goods cannot be transported, people cannot be transported, the road is not accessible, and all of a sudden you have a governor that you elected to come to wipe your tears. Nobody envisaged that His Excellency will be the governor in his first tenure to look at that road. Nobody envisaged that. And now he took the people by surprise. He never promised during his campaign that he was going to fix that road. He never made such a promise. For you to see that His Excellency has gone there to ensure that the flag off was done by him and himself, including all the stakeholders were on ground to witness. It was a groundbreaking record in history as far as Eke is concerned. You know, we are almost disconnected from Doma. But with this, everybody is happy. Until today, if you go to the village, it's the song, chanting the song of His Excellency has flagged off our road. The road is going to be put in place. A lot of farmers are already happy that their farm produce are going to be, you know, exported to the rural urban areas for sales and what have you.
Very well.
Now, a lot of people can access the road. A lot of businesses will thrive in that place, courtesy of this kind gesture. So let me say I salute His Excellency most sincerely for that kind gesture. Now, the expectation was very, very high, even from the inception of this government.
Very well.
Before he was elected. When he was elected, the expectation became high even when he was sworn in as the governor. Because they say, engineer has come on board. He is coming to re-engineer Nasarawa State. Okay. And what do you expect? You don't expect anything less from an engineer of international repute. Now the engineer is proving his worth. Very well. To some people, it may be a surprise. To some of us, it's not surprising at all, knowing the caliber of person that His Excellency is made up of. You know, now, that is just that about the road. You can see that from Idadu to Rukubi to Akpanaja, which is the border between Benue and Nasarawa State. Very well. The road, to a larger extent, we can say is becoming a shadow of itself. And thank God that His Excellency made a statement that he's going to look at it, because there is going to be a collaboration between the federal government and the state government to ensure that that road be put in place. So our own is now to make sure we continue to remind His Excellency that, Your Excellency, sir, you've made this pronunciation and you've kept the people in suspense. You know, like Oliver Twin say, yes, we always ask for more. Now, aside the road, we have issue of security. Okay. But naturally, once the road is fixed, security will take care of itself. Very well. That is the plain truth. Very well. Now, it is expected that once that road is completed, as promised by His Excellency, as flagged off, we assure the people of Eke that security will take care of itself. You can see that the overseer, the local government chairman have always been up and doing, going here and there to ensure that security is standardized. His Excellency, that cannot be recorded without the approval of His Excellency. His Excellency has always given his note. You can see that helicopter is always flying here and there. That is to checkmate the excesses of the bad wagons within us. Okay. As a people, we must equally devise a means of reporting bad elements within us. We must not shed bad elements even if they are our blood. We must ensure that once we notice that there is any skirmishes, once we notice that there is any gameplay, let's be quick to report to the appropriate authority. And it's only on the basis of that that we will sleep peacefully, that we will continue to stop shifting blames, that we will continue to stop this trading blames that this one is responsible and this one is responsible. We are equally responsible as a person, as a people, as a group. So when we see that it's not going well, let's be quick to expose those bad elements within us.
Thank you so much, Comrade Atama, for the passion with which you are addressing this issue. I know Honorable Pefkia, he's not from Doma local government, he's from Obi local government, but he is from Doma local government. He's an Idoma man by associate.
On loan.
So he has been itching to make a comment on what just transpired. After all, your kins and kin are there, you know. So what will you say briefly concerning this before we begin to attend to our listeners?
No, I am not just going to talk about Doma. I want to give a holistic look at a lot of things.
Okay.
Because these privileges doesn't come every time.
Okay.
First and foremost, as a political scientist by discipline and as a conflict manager, I have a lot to throw some bombs around the area.
Okay.
Now, first and foremost, let me look into the diverse areas, because engineers Sule have touched virtually everywhere in the sectors. All the sectors in the state, engineers Sule have touched.
Okay.
Let's start from the health sector. The health sector, when you talk about infrastructural development, people feel that he's just giving medicines in the hospitals. The man said no.
Sorry, before you go further.
Yes.
You have just 2 minutes to summarize what you
give a holistic summary.
Okay.
Now, like during the COVID-19 outbreak,
okay,
engineers Sule said no. Let us have a disease, infection disease center, the center to coordinate and to test it. I think in the whole of North Central, National said have one. Yeah. Yes. That the National State government have pulled down, and I think they have spent a lot of money in that place. That is one in the health sector. Then when you come to educational sector, I know Jesus Asakio very well. Jesus Asakio, very, very well. That is since the time of Fidelis Tabgum. That was when that place was visited last. Okay. And when you go to Asakio now, Jesus Asakio, the government technical college, sorry. Because I school in Jesus Asakio, that is why I'm tempted to talk about Jesus. Okay. But at technical college, Asakio, when you go to technical college, now there is the hall. There are things going on there that are new. That I think everybody that knows that place will know that something new have taken place. Then the vocational and technical college that has been built close to Polytechnic. Okay. When you go there, something is going on there that I think even the federal government need to come and see. The engineer, being a technical man, has no. Let's have a vocational center where people can come and do things, not just learning it. Let's come and practicalize things that everybody will know that something is going on there. So that is what. Then let's come to the father of most of the projects. We have what we call this modern parks that are ongoing. The revolution is a total thing that the Nigerian government should come and watch. The car has been lying dormant there, nothing. You know, cars keep parking on the street. In Lafayette here we have no park. Yes, let's say no. You know, he have been a foreign man. He know what it means to have those parks. So he said, let's have a park that can generate revenue for the state. And as I speak with you now, the parks are almost at the concluding part, where I think the state will be jubilating. When you come to Lafayette, you can tell someone, no, meet me at the modern park. Meet me at the Karo modern park. It will be a thing of joy that people will call every time. And then let's talk about the one critical issue that is more than even infrastructure. When civil servants does not have their take home that is properly organized, you can never have a peaceful state. Very well. So civil servant, when this man came on board, he looked at them. Those are areas that consume a lot of resources that many people don't know. When you check the take home of being increasing minimum wage, you know that no, this is a big project that many people can be afraid of it. So Engineer Sule quickly give a touch to that, and that was approved. And I think the issue of payment conflicts of who should take what has been resolved, then let's go to the mother of all things, which is the peace initiatives.
Okay.
That is, I think to me, that is what affects my people directly. Like when at time I was talking about the team people of National State, you know, they are predominantly farmers.
Very well.
At time I was talking about the linking these local areas, linking to, that is where me, I don't sleep when I don't see peace. And in recent time, we notice that when you see planes flying around, you see jets flying around, as if, even if you're intending to have any conduct, you are contemplating to have a criminal tendency, you have to think twice. They were in a meeting in Obi local government. The governor said, if you want, come and try me. That is a passion. Yeah. I see passion of security. I see passion of peace. And since the governor assumed, I know the former governor, my boss, my former boss, has laid a very wonderful foundation for peace initiatives. Wonderful man. Al-Makura is one man I've never seen that has been so passionate. He will go and he'll be even crying sometimes. But when you see the patterns, you know, people diverse in their initiatives.
Yeah.
Sule have his own pattern of bringing his initiatives, of seeing how things people can reason with him. He will go to people and he will talk to them in the language they will understand with him. That look, this is not me. It's all about you and the society. So I can say that the people are understanding his peace initiatives and they have been following. The recent crisis in Obi local government, I was there. He asked everybody, fear God. When you tell people fear God, there's nothing that you can fear more than God. And then I see Sule to be a fantastic gentleman that God has just dropped from heaven for people of Nasarawa State to utilize him.
Thank you so much, Honorable Pefkia.
Thank you.
I can see that you have a lot to say, but this platform will not give you all the opportunity to say it anyway. But thank you for the summary, for all that you people are contributing here. Viewer, in case you're just joining us, the program is Issues of the Moment on MBS TV. And we'll be taking a very short break, after which we'll give you the phone numbers to reach us and either call or send your text message or even send us WhatsApp message to add your voice to this conversation. So the program will be right back. All right, you are welcome back. Like you all are aware, we've been having a very robust conversation here with these three gentlemen in the studio, Honorable Solomon Pefkia, Honorable Alex Abraham Enukboku, and Honorable Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Atama. Very, very fantastic young men who are doing Nasarawa State proud. Well, the discussion is on infrastructural development of Governor Abdullahi, rather infrastructural revolution by Governor Abdullahi Sule in Nasarawa State. And so we are right back to continue. But this time around, we would like to give the opportunity to our viewers and those who are following us from home. And the number to reach us is 081-017-93991. You can call us on that number or send us text message. Then for WhatsApp, 07030395583. Send text message only on that number. So we have a caller on the line. Let's pick this caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Your name and where you are calling from?
I'm Elijah Ada. Agege, Oplano, and King Agbadu.
Okay, King Agbalu Elijah Ada. Okay, you are welcome. Where are you calling from?
Calling right from Olegopa.
Okay, Olegopa, that is in a care development area, Doma local government. Okay, quickly, what can you say about our discussion here?
Discussion so far, I don't listen to the radio because I am far. But the only thing that I have to say is to appreciate the governor for what he does towards our development area.
Okay. Okay.
Appreciate him for the work, and we also we are also advising our position people, like the house members and other people, to also coming up to do the same as governance.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution. We appreciate you for that. And thank you so much. It's all right. Okay, we have another caller on the line that we would like to pick. Hello? Yes, good morning, sir. Yes, good morning, sir. Okay, I think network there. But we have another caller here. Hello? Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Okay, keep trying. The number are there on your television screen. You can pick it and call us and be part of this conversation. Hello? Hello?
Network.
Okay. You seems to be having network problem, but we'll get it right. Hello? Hello? Yes, good morning, sir. Please, in case you are calling and you are close to your television set, please turn down the volume of your television set and so that we can hear you better. Okay? We have another caller. Hello? Okay. Hello, good morning. Okay.
Can be touching and be waiting.
Hello? Yes, good morning. Morning, ma. Wow. The call seems to be very, very on a high volume, so they are clashing actually. Hello? Yes, good morning, sir. I am very fine, sir.
Man is
You're-
on the bike.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a message, a text message from one of our viewers, and I would like to read it out.
Okay.
I, Comrade Godwin John Olotu, former, popularly known as John Teves, and he is a former president, Agbashi Student Union. He said that he sincerely appreciates His Excellency Engineer A.A. Sule for removing the stagnancy from the route. I'm reading him word to word, which has claimed many lives and property over time. His Excellency, sir, if supporting your bid for 2023 election, rather, if supporting your bid for 2023 election is wrong, then I don't want to be right. That is from...
I think he has made a very vital point.
Very vital.
You have just said that there is no need not supporting the government. So I think I think if not, I support that statement.
All right. It's okay. And I think there are a lot of them are queuing and are willing to say something. But let's pick this caller. Hello. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Can you hear me? Yes, sir. Good morning. Your name, please, and where you're calling from. Hello. Okay, from where? Okay, Jibrin Ghana from Kilema. Okay, you are live onto issues of the moment on MBS TV. What can you say about our discussion?
Yes, I don't say anything. I have to greet
You have to greet?
your people.
Okay.
We are also greeting you.
Thank you so much, Jibrin
Kilema
Ghana.
Road has been completed, so we are also greeting you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Jibrin Ghana. You can see a lot of expectation, joys from the people. I have one message also on WhatsApp that I would like to read out now before we proceed. This one is from Anthony Oloye Mamedu. Anthony Oloye Mamedu. Okay. Anthony Oloye Mamedu is the secretary A.A. Sule 4+4 group Doma. Oh. So much jam here, and also a social media human right is a social media and human rights activist and also a historian of the 21st century, according to him.
Those are my Doma people.
Yes, he said, let me leverage on the opportunity given by His Excellency Engineer Abdullahi Sule that he has brought to the grassroots, that is a care people. To me, he has he has created a live history that a life history that Napoleon has not created.
That's a serious historian. He is a historian.
Yes, we must remember that history is not a respecter of mankind, because it x-rays what you do over time. So he said that we remain grateful to His Excellency for the construction of, I'm just paraphrasing, for the construction.
Napoleon is a great man.
Yeah.
He is a great historian.
That is it from Oloye Antonio. Okay, let's pick this caller. Let's pick this caller. Hello? Hello?
Okay.
The call are so jamming. Hello? Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from? Who from Tundu Amba? David, okay, from Tundu Amba. You're welcome. What can you say? Okay. Thank you so much, David, for that brief and straight to the point. We appreciate you. God bless you.
Yes.
Hello. Thank you so much. Hello. Okay. The calls are coming. They are coming. But one thing we must know is that it's not possible for us to pick all the calls.
No, it's not possible.
The time is not really enough. But we appreciate all your concern and what. Hello. Yes. Good morning, sir.
My name is
Daniel, okay, from where? Marabakunza, okay. What is your contribution?
Just want to say very thanks to Governor Engineering Sule for what you say.
Okay.
I'm going to give you more wisdom and more strength to help our national state. I also want me to continue his good work.
It's all right.
No, I call it.
Thank you so much, Daniel from Akunza.
Coming from every angle.
Yeah.
You can see what we are saying. We are not lying.
Exactly.
When you have a bad,
one thing they say is that picture doesn't tell lies.
Yes.
You know, where we were analyzing, there were pictures
that were
backing it.
It's not lies.
And so, for those who also live in those locations, they cannot testify.
And when you have a good product, it's easy to market it.
Exactly.
When you have a bad market, to market it become a very big task.
Hello. Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Frank. I am from Agbachi.
Frank from Agbashi, okay? You're welcome. Okay, what can you say?
I want to thank the governor of Plaza for repairing the road of Agbachi and for remembering us. May God bless you and will keep good for you.
Thank you so much,
That's
Frank.
very wonderful.
Very wonderful. Very young
Agbashi people are so happy.
Excitement is
I can
palpable.
see that Agbashi people are taking over the show.
Okay, thank you so much, Frank, for that. And let's pick this last caller. This may be our last caller for today. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very fine. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
I'm Godia Livino Zanzakur from Tudu Adabu.
Okay, Godia from Tudu Adabu. You're welcome to the program.
Very appreciate.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Okay.
I think the tabular road people too are the ones that are trying to appreciate.
It's all right.
That is where I'm coming from too.
Honestly, the time is not really on our side.
Yes.
And from the other end, I've been signaled severally that we have to wrap up. But I think let me give this caller a privilege of the last call before we wrap up the show. Hello? Hello? Hello, sir. Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling from Latvia here.
In your name, please.
My name
You say?
Hello?
You say your name is who?
My name is Akumushi Musa.
Okay, Akumushi Musa. Okay, you're welcome. So, quickly,
Musa.
okay, quickly, what can you say?
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, sir. Go ahead and make your point.
Very appreciate the governor of Nasarawa State
Okay.
because that road, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well, Akumushi.
Because that AK road is a road you're supposed to check it last some years back.
Yes.
Because all the food they are importing from that area
Mm.
is coming to Doma. It's very good route.
Okay.
We're supposed to look that road, but the passing governors, they didn't check it. But Engineer Sule, as he came and left the ban of that road, we have to pray for him.
Okay.
We have to pray for him
Thank-
because it's very serious, the governor we have now.
Thank you so much.
This is my contribution. Let me just brought my quarter.
Thank you so much, Akpemushi, for your contribution. We appreciate you so much. Well, that is it, I think, for the calls. And we really appreciate everyone that have been making effort or who have called in this program. The show cannot, we can't go beyond the time that has been earmarked for us. But the truth of the matter is that there seems to be consensus among the people.
Yes, yes.
The governor has really made a mark in just few years in office, and he's still doing more. Maybe finally in 30 seconds.
Yes, let me bring this thing to the notice of the general public that His Excellency Engineer Sule will always tell his workers, don't concentrate on my second bid. Second bid belongs to God.
Okay.
So that is amazing. In Nigeria, every governor wants to talk about second tenure. This man said no. The last meeting we had, he said no, concentrate on the welfare of the people of the state. So I think this is a man that the country need to watch. He's
okay.
a wonderful person.
Finally, sir, Honorable Alex.
Yeah, finally, I want to call the people of Eke particularly to support the government of Engineer Sule so that it can succeed and to also shun all social vices in the area.
Okay. Atama.
The infrastructure development, the educational sector, the power sector, and what have you are all a product of our revenue generation. There is a revenue harmonization law that has been passed into place, signed into law. So we must pay our revenue to give the governor more ground to do the groundbreaking records project and what have you. And until you do that, you can never expect more from the government. It is only when the revenue is there that the governor can do more roads, can do more, build more schools, can build more hospitals, can give us more light. So let's please support the government of the day so that together we shall collectively exceed all expectations.
Thank you so much. And we have a message on WhatsApp platform. The last one will take here Mrs. Kaltumi Suleiman Oga, Nasarawa State Chairperson, Kwarawa Women Association, Nigeria. I've listened to all your discussions and it's evidently clear that the dividend of democracy that have accrued to your constituencies are quite enormous. I therefore wish to join you to say thank you to the amiable governor of Nasarawa State. Well, I think Mrs. Kaltumi has just wrapped up the whole thing for us. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Honorable Pefkia. Thank you, Honorable Alex. And thank you, Honorable Atama, for coming. My name is Gospel Ede, and we wish you a very, memorable year ahead. I believe this year is going to be wonderful. And so we urge you to continue to be the best you can be.
And support the governor.
The government. Succeed. See you again next week for another interesting edition of the program, Issues of the Moment. But Gospel Ede is my name. I'm out of here.